a nice win that we'll get to in a moment. But last time we chatted, I know there was a lot of family and friends coming to town. Did you have some good support there in the stands on Saturday?
Yeah, a lot of friends and family. Felt like the environment was pretty good, especially for a noon game. So all was good at the Dome.
Now, did your friends and family have a chance to sample the brand new Kyle McCord potato chips yet? Did you get them yet?
Yeah, no, I got them. They sent 3 big boxes to my apartment, so I had more than enough. So I've just been giving them out as much as I can because it's probably not the best if I keep snacking on those. Yeah,
I got I'll show them to the camera in a moment. But I know I was shopping the other day at the Nichols, which is a mom and pop grocery store in Liverpool, and they got them stacked right up there, up front, and then people were grabbing them, and that's kind of cool though, isn't it? When you walk into a store and you see your face on a bag of potato chips.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, kind of like the Wheaties being on the cover of the Wheaties box, Syracuse style.
But it's pretty cool. I can, hang on a second, hold that up. I can show it on the camera here at QSportsTalk.com. There they are, honey barbecue sharp cheddar. Good stuff.
Yep.
Well, on to the game itself. Obviously, an impressive win by the point total. There was a point, I think early maybe in the second quarter, where it's probably closer than everybody would be comfortable with, even though the game was never in jeopardy. But what are you guys talking about in the huddle and on the sideline? I'm sure it's not panic, but is it frustration a little bit, or a little surprise, a little bit of everything?
Yeah, I think a little bit of everything. Obviously, we got out to a hot start. I think we went up 21-0, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then we stalled a little bit on offense, and credit to them, they went down, scored 14 points. So it was just kind of, all right, let's get back to, playing our game and doing what we did to start off the game. So I wouldn't say it was really panic. It was more so just a reminder that, we just got to keep going, finish the game out.
Every team's got guys. It might be a lower level school, but every team's got some good guys that maybe came from somewhere else, or for whatever reason they're playing that game for that team, and you always got to be aware of that.
100%. I mean, regardless of what team we're playing, in college football, like you said, every team's going to have good players, and they're all going to play hard. And especially from a smaller school like that, I feel like those guys played with a chip on their shoulder, with something to prove. So they definitely came ready to play. They were hitting, and I think that just goes to show, like, you have to show up every single Saturday and bring it.
Jackson Meeks had a career day, and I think it was the ACC Receiver of the Week. Was he just getting open? Is it stuff you worked on during the week, a combination of both? Or is it like golfers sometimes they're on a putting streak, and it's like, man, the hole just looked big today. It was just going in. Was it one of those kind of things?
Yeah, I think obviously, you see they left him in one-on-one coverage, and with a lot of those jump balls down the field, he did a really good job of coming down with them. And, I think they try to make it an emphasis to take some of the other stuff away. But, if there was a perfect defense, everybody would play. I think every defense has its weaknesses. And so to leave a good receiver like that one-on-one, that's a shot I'm willing to take. And he did a good job. And those 50-50 balls weren't really 50-50 with him. It was more so like 90-10. So it makes my job a lot easier, just putting it up and allowing him to go make a play.
Now, for you, 4 games in, and you're now the first quarterback in Syracuse history to have 4 straight 300-plus yards passing games. And obviously some notable quarterbacks had played at Syracuse over the years. Do you pay attention to those numbers that much? And when you see that, do you take a moment every now and then just to, kind of pat yourself on the back a little bit and say, I'm doing my thing here? Yeah,
I mean, it is cool, especially at a school like this, like you said, that's had some really good quarterbacks come through to be the first one to do that. But at the same time, there are guys like Donovan McNabb and others who's had a lot of success, team success. And so that's really where my mindset is. And, if team success means I need to throw the ball for 300 yards a game, then it is what it is. But honestly, I think that's just a product of trying to win.
On to the next game at UNLV. Have you been to Las Vegas before, Kyle?
I went one time with my family after the Rose Bowl in, I guess, early 2022. That was the only time I've ever been out there.
Was it fun? Like, what did you do? Because this is different now, because that was after the Rose Bowl. This is before the game. And there's a lot of potential distractions there, obviously, in Las Vegas. But did you like it? Some guys don't like it. They go and it's not their thing.
It was all right. It was all right. I mean, I was 19 at the time, so obviously couldn't go to like any of the casinos or whatever.
But you just turned 22 not that long ago, so now you can.
I mean, I can now, but obviously, like you said, going out for a little bit of a different trip now, going out to actually play football. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be a fun environment playing in an NFL stadium. Should get a good crowd too. So it'll be a cool game.
Obviously, UNLV had a change at quarterback. Mm-hmm. We talked about that last time out, but it doesn't seem like they skipped a beat. They put up 59 points last weekend. So is it that they're the guy that came in next man up deal? He's a good quarterback, or is it the system that they run at UNLV, or a little bit of both? I mean,
offensively, I think they do obviously a really good job putting up points. I think you look at their first handful of games, and every single game they've been able to score. And I think, it's credit to the system. They got good players and good coaches, but at the same time, the quarterback came in. I think he was one of the highest graded quarterbacks last week. So they got good players over there, and I think that's no secret, especially at this point in the year. So the biggest thing for us is, we're going to have to bring it. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a 4-quarter type of game, and I think it's a challenge we're going to get up and be ready for.
Now, it's we were talking a little bit before we went on here about the flight out. It's a direct charter, nonstop takeoff here, land there. Old school, it was commercial airlines, but now with a charter flight, the coaches, they can kind of coach on the plane on the way out for the 3.5-4 hour flight. Is that probably going to happen during that time? I mean, in the past, guys might be able to kind of chill and read a book or listen to music, whatever, but is this now part of the experience? It's 3 hours of undivided attention.
I would say it's probably going to be a little bit of recovery, guys catching up on sleep, but at the same time, everyone will have their iPads, watching film, looking at the plays, the call sheets, and the stuff that we have in this week. So they'll continue to go over it, and I think especially when you play a Friday night game, the days can kind of seem long, especially like on Friday itself, like with no games happening at noon like they normally would on Saturday. The days can feel kind of long, but it's important just to continue to build up to the game, continue to prepare all the way up until kickoff. So I think we'll do a good job of that.
After the last game, because it was a noon game, did you go home and watch some football after that?
Sure did.
There were some good college games on Saturday.
There were. I caught the tail end of the Ole Miss Kentucky game right when I got in the locker room. We were streaming it on the phone. And then, like you said, Saturday night had some really good games.
And then Sunday, did you catch some NFL?
The Jets. I know. Yeah, the Jets let me down a little bit. But, I mean, listen, 2-2. As a Jets fan, you can't be too upset given the recent history. So I think there are brighter days ahead for sure.
And then Monday Night Football, Jared Goff, 18 for 18, caught a touchdown pass. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that. At that level, that's incredible.
Yeah, no, they both played well. Watching that game last night, I thought Geno Smith did a good job, as well as obviously Jared Goff playing a perfect game, 18 for 18, and then, like you said, catching a touchdown and putting up 42 points is a good day in the office for sure.
Well, again next week.
Yep, thank you.